going on? I freaking love that intro. What's going on, everyone?
Great.
Happy what day is it? Saturday? Hope everyone had a great day, good weekend. Just kicking back, relaxing tonight. I sure as hell need this. That's pretty much it. I hope everyone had a good weekend, good weather. What's going on? Joseph's joining us again. Joseph, what's going on, man?
Not much, man. I was out. My birthday's in a couple weeks, so my fiance took me out. We went to a couple of the embassies and did a VR arcade.
Okay.
Went out for some drinks and went out to a piano bar. So
nice. That's what it's about.
Full day.
Good stuff. Yeah. Leading up to the birthday. Heck yeah, you can't ask for more.
Yeah, that was good.
Maybe a statue, but other than that. Slifer, what's going on, man?
Not much, man. It's long day, man. Long last night. Long today. Just I'm exhausted. I bought a bottle of wine just for this occasion, so I am going to drink this entire bottle.
You got the wine, I got the cigars. We're gonna
the entire bottle will be. We're gonna talk. I'm gonna drink, and
we'll see where it goes.
We'll forget about our problems.
That's what this is. Lounge is, you guys know, just to hang out. No itineraries, no agendas, nothing like that.
What kind of wine you drink, Cypher?
Pinot Noir, or honestly, I just like red. Okay. White, I'll drink it if I didn't buy it, and that's all that's available. I will drink it. But yeah, this is like a cheap bottle, and it doesn't taste too bad. Apothic, it's not bad.
Oh, like, Apothic is fantastic.
Yeah, like like you pay like $10 or $11 for, and it's a good tasting bottle.
I love Apothic. Apothic is a very.
I've done some bad things after drinking this.
Oh boy!
Have you ever come across Josh? It's a little bit more, but it's really.
I know Josh. Yeah, it's like that fancy, like kind of yellow J. Yeah, I've had that one. That was good too.
We got Bats in the Belfry stopping by. What's going on, brother? We got Random Korean. Hope you guys are doing well. Norman, what's going on, Norman? Carl, happy Saturday, guys.
What's going
on? And guys? That's pretty much it. Kickstart some music here and
Saturday night, man. What do you expect? You know, everybody's out there partying and not collecting statues.
Everybody's everyone's asleep over here, so why not?
Yeah, well, we're not going to sleep. Not yet. After this bottle, maybe I'll fall asleep.
What's it called? May the 4th tomorrow? Any Star Wars plans?
I know. I don't know yet. I'm gonna work, so I'm not sure. Are they gonna put up any pre-orders for that Clone Trooper? I have no idea.
Who?
Boss?
Hot Toys?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like they didn't. I can't find anything to tell me like if it's going up or what's gonna happen or what the hell's going on with that. And I hate that. Like it's a guessing game. Like
you think they do it on a Sunday? Sheesh.
It's May the 4th. Why wouldn't they do it?
Usually they'll let us know a couple hours before if they're going to.
Well, if anybody finds out very fast, please message me so I can have at least a chance at getting this damn figure. I'm sure it's going to be some stupid limited bullshit like normal.
You're going to
be for your artisan. Save for artisan. Not like regular releases. And I think that they should adopt the timed release. So whoever pre-orders it, they cut it off at that number. They don't make any more. I feel like that's fair.
Ooh, that'd be good. For Hot Toys, that'd be crazy.
Right? Why not? Because then everybody's incentivized to order it. They make their money. And then the collectors know that it got cut off. And then whoever got it. And whoever didn't. And they'll know. And they could say, oh, we sold this many. So you'll know how many are in like the population if they don't want to number them.
Yeah.
Like I feel like is reasonable. And but they should do that. Because if you give people the opportunity to pre-order, you let them know it's a timed release. And after it is, that's it, they close it.
That would be a crazy rush. Oh yeah.
Yeah, but not even a crazy rush because there's not.
Oh, you're saying like give like a month?
No, like let's say you give them like 3 or 4 days to pre-order it. Right? Give them a week. Give them a week to pre-order it. Put their money down.
Yeah.
And if like, let's say this is going to be crazy. People are probably not going to like this idea, but if you want to be in, you got to pay immediately. You have to pay the entire sum.
Oh, that's crazy.
No, like
NRDs?
that's no NRD. The entire sum. Like you're guaranteed. You want this figure. You want it. You know what I mean? Like
I would be. I think people would be okay with it if it was like ready to go in 6 months.
True, but then okay, I think that's fair. If it takes them only 6 months to create the figure, fine, I'm cool with that.
Okay.
But like, because they're not going to know how many people are going to pre-order it. They don't want. I don't want them making too many.
Yeah.
Either, you know.
Yeah.
So, not that they give a fuck about re-releasing stuff because they do it all the time. But
Sideshow's gonna put out that the Wicket probably and that Luke, the premium format.
Oh, the X-Wing.
Yeah.
I'm interested in that. I don't know if I'd buy it. I want to see what it looks like. Curious, very curious.
Did you ever see that? You saw the render though, right? At one point.
Yeah, I saw the render. It's like half a ladder, like a ladder going onto the X-Wing.
Yeah.
So it's cool. It's kind of what would be even cooler is if like a third party makes an attachment that makes it a full X-Wing.
Yeah.
That's where the custom people can come in and say, you want an X-Wing? You want a real big X-Wing? 1/4 scale? We'll give it to you. Why not?
Just like a panel, right, on the statue.
Yeah, it'll just be because it'll just be an attachment that kind of just because it's going to be on landing gears, so you could just push it in and it'll just fit right perfectly like a key, but not really a key.
Yeah,
that would be cool. But I don't know if they're going to do the entire nose or how they're going to like execute it. But still, I think it would be cool to if someone like made an actual X-Wing that it can attach to.
Did you guys get logged out of all your stuff? I got logged out of everything, StreamYard, everything.
just Facebook.
Facebook did the same thing right now. I can't get in. Damn it.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I didn't.
And I don't remember my password.
That's the worst.
Shit. Let me try.
You don't have the Google Save Passwords or whatever?
I do. That's the funny thing.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
It's not too late. You can pick up a beer, bro. Why not?
you entered an old password. Oh, fuck me, man.
You're gonna have to send yourself a code.
Secure my account.
Don't do it too much because then they'll lock you out.
To get back into your account, enter your current password or an old password. Oh, fuck it. Wow.
Oh, it's getting hot in here already. The liquor's already getting to me, so I have to turn this AC on. But I saw your reactables, man. Good on you. You know, I feel like it's gonna probably be a lot of fluff. XM is not gonna really answer these tough questions. They don't have to answer them. They won't. They don't feel like they're obligated to.
Well, I think I don't know how it's gonna be. You know how I said in the reactables how I'm not too happy on how the fact that all collectors aren't getting a chance to kind of get in there. All right, it's getting streamlined directly through Rad Titan, whatever. But I will say this: after club, they reached out to me. Rad Titan, Alex did, and he said that if we wanted to come up with questions, our group, that we can come up with them and submit them.
Okay.
So
that's interesting.
That's good. I appreciate he reached out, but
that's interesting. The real question is will they get to everyone's question?
Well,
because there's a lot of questions. How many pre-orders do they have? Open?
I think Vega was saying 50.
40 to 50?
Something like that.
Listen, I know people are going to ask about their piece, obviously. You know, they pre-ordered it. They They want to know what's going on with it. Am I done? Am I canceled? I know I saw on the Reactables they said that nothing's getting canceled.
Nothing's getting canceled.
Excuse my skepticism, but I just don't really believe that.
I don't like the fact that it's. I kind of feel like I get
why not an official release.
I get you're going to get a lot of questions, and you kind of have to organize them in a certain way to keep the ball rolling. But the fact that we're kind of being already told what questions to ask, which ones not to, I don't like that.
It's just not realistic, man. It's just not going to happen. Everybody, whether people want to believe, whether people accept it or not, we're all very self-interested in our own stuff. Like, I don't care. Like, let's say you have, I don't know, some DC piece. You got some Batman piece from them that's coming out.
Yeah.
I don't care about that question. You know what I mean? I only care about the question that pertains to my piece. So it's tough to like say, oh, you know, like think bigger than that. Like,
and I know it's not
really realistic because you're gonna want to think about what you put your money down on. You know, so that's just me.
What's going on, Night, Statue Kingdom, Dennis? Great to see you. Lucky Lex, what's going on, man?
What's up, Lex?
Mr. Popo. I don't know.
It's just not realistic.
I don't want to be negative, but at the end of the day, let's be real. What can they say? What can they say? They're gonna. I called it in the Reactables. XM's gonna come out and just blame an NDA for their silence. That's it. Yeah. They couldn't say anything.
What you said made sense when you said, if they just speak to us and tell us what's going on, like, hey, we had some cash flow problems. We're already talking to investors. We're gonna have cash flow coming in. Please don't worry. We're gonna make this piece happen. That would put it puts a lot of people at ease. Not saying anything. Like, look at PCS, right? For example, they communicate a lot. They might have delays or whatever, but at least he comes out and he talks to you.
Yeah,
I give him that credit.
100%.
XM went like
Ed.
They went on vacation. They said, "Fuck y'all." Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, that's not okay. In my book.
And if they had cash flow problems, what's to say that it won't happen again, even if they get a influx?
That's true. That's also another. That's a perfectly sound like worry to have.
If you have cash flow problems, the last thing you do is bring two YouTubers over to probably a paid trip to fucking interview. Go through an interview. So, yeah, okay. Is it expensive? Probably not. But visually, people seeing that, it's like.
What was that thing where they spend all their money on hookers and blows or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone.
Hey, man. Hey.
Like,
that's probably very close to the truth. If they're just flying people out,
Thank you.
They got no money for statues, but to produce statues, but they got money to.
I think Statue Kingdom is brilliant here. Shouldn't have to ask. They should be very detailed and go through every piece and give details on when they will ship. It should be them. Let's submit some questions. I want to get some hard-hitting questions. I'm gonna take it to the group. I'm not only gonna take it to the group because my whole thing was it being exclusive to Rad Titan. So I'm not going to be a hypocrite and make it exclusive to our group because that wasn't the goal. I want to post it in the XM group and get people to ask questions there too, and then we take those questions. Try to get as many people, even the forums, because that's what it's getting as many eyes to this as many customers' eyes onto this. I know guys that are on Instagram, not even YouTube, not even Facebook. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too much into this, but questions have been asked since all this has been going on. If you go on the XM page, it's full of questions. Throughout the months, I think it falls on XM. That's all it is. We're gonna sit there and we're gonna sit there, and I feel like XM is gonna be coddled. I feel like some hard questions are going to be asked, but at the end of the day, it's going to be like, give them another chance and see what they can do. And okay, you give them another chance. At the end of the day, you can get a cash injection all you want. Focus on getting those orders out to customers. But when the cards lay on the table, it all depends on the future product you put forward. If your art direction team sucks, you're not going to be
Which it has been
successful.
sucking, let's be
Exactly.
honest.
You're not going to be successful.
Didn't they
So-
have a couple of artists already leave?
Yeah.
So they're starting from scratch.
That's what
They're
they're
gonna
doing.
have to, it could be good. They could come up with better ideas.
Oh, I hope so. Because
But also you have to gain that trust back. The trust has to be reacquired.
what's going on, nice guy? I'd love to see them come back to where they were. Oh my god.
Hey, I have XM pieces. I like XM. I want them to stay in business, but you know what I mean? Like what they did is it's not cool. It's just not it's not right, and you're hurting your fan base. You're hurting the people that put their money down for you because they love your product. So, trying to win them back is going to be very difficult. And most people are going to not pre-order. They're going to wait until that piece comes out. They're going to let other people buy the piece, and they might pick it up on the secondary market for more money, but they rather know that it's out.
Yeah.
The people that will benefit from it are the people that take the gamble. Because now it's going to be considered a gamble if you pre-order from that time.
Yeah.
So one company takes too long. People complain about that. One company doesn't communicate. They complain about that. Like it's just fucked around in every corner. In every corner,
The hobby
every
right,
corner is fucked.
the hobby right now. Is
Hey,
a little-
you want to order something, you got to pay a $40-$50 tariff on it. It's just it's like compounding fuckery at this point. It almost makes you want to like just pause for a little bit because it's kind of like, what am I doing, man? What am I doing? I'm buying older pieces, but man, I'm like, I hope the pieces that I did pre-order, like, I hope we get way past whatever the fuck is in store for us when those come to fruition.
Stanley says, John, you should be a statue journalist. What the fuck? Bro,
Investigative journalist.
how's the pay?
They'll fly him.
I had an ass hat, and of course, I don't know. I don't want to talk ill of it but the person hides behind a fake name. And I put on Sideshow's Facebook group when they posted that Ghost Rider. He just reminded me when he said this. When they posted that Ghost Rider variant, I said, "Oh, Sideshow, we were doing so well," and then I posted the variant, right, to say, "Hey, fuck, they were doing so well." Now this guy comes out in the chat and says, "Oh, why do you keep saying we when you refer to Sideshow? What do you work for them?" Grow the fuck up. Holy man, people just are.
Hot take. I like the new one.
Of course you do. Of course. And there's nothing wrong with
Hot
the new
take.
one.
I like the new one.
There's
The
nothing
new
wrong
one,
with the new one.
I like it. I like it
Ooh.
way more than the original. The only thing I was hoping that they would do was like, get a little creative and like change the bike to Danny Ketch's bike, or just change his outfit a little bit. Like I thought they were gonna do that.
Danny Ketch bike would have been awesome.
It would have been. I think it would have been structurally easier to do because
Yeah.
most of the bike is like like a regular
More
kind of like a regular bike, and then the
Yeah.
wheels are on fire and it's got a big shield. That would have been an easier bike to do than what they chose to do.
I like the Danny release bike better instead of Danny Ketch.
Danny release bike. Oh my god, John,
Drink to that.
too
That's
small audience. Yeah, I gotta drink to it till it's funny.
Random says the everyday reporter on site undercover. Yeah.
I think-
John sneaks into factories.
They should send me around to do QC checks though. Oh, those factories would hate me. Statue King said, did Alex have anything to say about your idea of doing live stream with XM? That would be better than a pre-recorded show. No, he didn't. He didn't get into that.
I
I'll
think
tell
we're
you what.
already not incentivized to buy new statues at the moment, just in general. And then you add what's been going on with XM the past year. I don't know how people are gonna pre-order any of this stuff that they put out or keep their orders. I don't know how they're gonna get past this.
I don't know, man. I know, like Prime 1, holy mac, pre-order after pre-order, so money must be coming in somehow.
Yeah.
The only thing is that the pre-orders are going to be way down if they do decide. I think they should halt all pre-orders until they release everything that's in the backlog.
That's the rumor.
They should.
But where's
That
money?
is the,
Where's
that is
money?
the smartest thing to do, because now you're focusing all your energy into producing your product that you put out.
Here's my fork. What I think is going to happen. They're going to go to this interview. They're going to sit down and talk, and it's going to be like, hey, and I think the biggest piece of information you're going to get out of there is a shipping detail of all the pieces being shipped. You're going to have the celebration that there's no cancellations and a shipping detail. But I think the NDA will be the scapegoat. And that's it is what it is. Use it. But and like we were saying, what are they going to say? What do you say to this? What are you going to say? There's nothing to say.
Do you think they'll go into any detail as to why this all happened? Or you think they're just going to sort of try and just smooth over that?
I'm sure they're going to mention some issues with some factories closing down.
It's the blame game, bro.
Yeah.
It's everybody else's fault except mine.
I think so.
Yeah.
Bro, I hate that.
I don't think they're going to open up ledgers of where money went and expenses.
X amount went
I didn't expect them to do that. I just, you know what? I do think they needed to apologize. And people could say that I'm ridiculous for saying that, but like, people spend a lot of money on your product. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
they spend a lot of money on your product. You have people that are like loyal to your lines. You know what I mean? Like, as soon as you put up a pre-order, they order it. You know, like, I think you should apologize and say, look, we apologize. We didn't handle this the right way. Like, when I make a mistake or I mess up, I man up to it. I'll say, look, I was wrong. Maybe I didn't treat you the right way. Maybe I talked to you the wrong way. Because that's how I was raised. You got to do, like, if you're wrong, you're wrong. Don't pretend like everything's okay. It's not okay. Because guess what? At the end of the day, all you have is your reputation. Fuck all the money. Fuck all that bullshit. Your reputation is all you have. So, yeah, that to me, that's what I think. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I think. So people could say they're a company, they don't have to apologize to you or whatever. I don't need an apology. I think everybody deserves one because I'm out. Like, I'm not ordering anything from them. I might, I lost money, more or less. So,
yeah,
but yeah, it is what it is. My whole thing is I just won't order from them. I'll wait till the product is out, and I'll think if I want it or not. If it's something that I'm interested in, they haven't made anything that I'm really interested in. If they do, obviously I'm gonna want it, but not with the way that they've been acting. Will I want to go through them? I probably want to go through like a regular collector who wants to get rid of it, just because I don't trust them. Maybe that'll change. Maybe they'll start hitting release dates and everything will be forgiven because everybody has a very short memory in this community.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wish them the best of luck. I hope that they man up and answer all the questions that they're being asked.
I'm sure.
Truthfully. Don't give me this half-baked bullshit. Just be honest. Honesty gets you a lot. At least in my book. So,
yeah.
Did you lose any money, Joseph?
No.
Did you pre-order anything?
I was really tempted by that Spider-Man transformation piece. I almost PO'd that one, but
I saw Art get that one in. Very, very big, loud piece. It's nice.
Yeah. Luckily, I didn't get burned, but I'm not putting any money into that until they have a few years under their belt of putting stuff out again.
I don't blame you. And you know what?
Yeah.
If you miss out on the piece, you miss out on the piece. That's how I look at it. That's how I feel about it now. It's like, hey, if I miss out, I miss out.
Yeah. It's not worth it.
Yeah, definitely not.
I'm gonna try to get into Facebook so we can see some photos, but they reset the.
I mean, do you believe when they tell you that they have these pieces in the factory? Because I don't know. After that whole scandal of them like using the Transformers bus, I don't trust anything you say, brother. Not one thing you say, I'm gonna believe. I don't know who, like, that was like either self-sabotage or someone was like
That'll be brought up.
Oh, I hope so. What were you thinking? Why were you lying? Because now I feel like, okay, let's say they do their Joker or whatever, they had a little batch, but that was produced a while ago, right?
Yeah.
How do I know that these pictures are current? How do I know that these are not like fake or old pictures? How do I know that? Like, how do I know that? Now the doubt is in my mind. You fucked yourself. You fucked yourself by doing that.
No, I think things are going to be a little bit different, in the sense that,
I mean, they better
with this new money, yeah.
And what are they going to do for a company to inject a bunch of money into XM? They can't just be them doing the same thing as usual. They have to be planning something new and different for someone to want to invest in them, I would imagine.
Exactly.
So I don't know what that would be.
Your password shows 6 characters and it should include a combination of numbers, letters, and special. This is some bullshit, man. I think I could get into the NASA network faster than this.
You got like 12 different verifications. To your mother's maiden name and her first pet. I don't know, man. I don't know. I really feel like collectors have been through it. Like these last couple of years, man, we've really taken a beating, man.
Yeah.
It almost feels like it might come to like some end at some point, just because like the beatings have continued, morale has not increased, and I don't know what they're gonna do. And that goes for every company at this point now, because Prime One has these absolutely astronomical pricing on shipping. I would have bought something from their sale, but like that shipping, bro, what? I was like, no way. I was like, I can't. I'm gonna have to wait. I was like, even if like, let's say they discount the piece and they charge me $500 shipping, but like the piece came out to like retail, so it kind of like balanced out, then I accept that. I could deal with that. Like me personally, I was looking at the Detective 1000, the blue version. For me to get that shipped to me from them with the discount is $19.50
to get a ship for Prime One.
From Prime One to me,
$19.50.
$19.50.
$1,950.
Yep.
Just the shipping.
No, just the whole thing.
Oh, I was gonna say what?
And that's it on sale.
Yeah,
that's it on sale. And then you look at the pricing on the items that are not on sale, and they kind of like stay the same.
Yeah,
I don't like that. I mean, I get it. You want to like make some money, but like, come on, bro. Like, you know, you're not moving that piece. You know, you're not moving it. Like,
what's going on, Ryan? Ryan says Prime One sale was just a reallocation of the overall price of the piece. Prime One sales always suck.
Not always. Sometimes you can manage a deal.
It's a sale, but they sugarcoat it more than what it is. Their sales was the year that the battery laws came in. That Santa sale, and those. Remember they had those Prime One Direct.
But all they did was add a screw, bro. That's all they did. They just add screws to like the back of like the battery compartments.
Remember
That's all
these?
they did.
Remember these ones?
That was intense.
Oh yeah.
The Prime Direct sales that would pop up. That was cool that year. A lot of people saved some good money on pieces, but now,
Yeah.
I think we're gonna go. What they're gonna try and do is they're gonna go back. They have the inventory that they want to get rid of. If they're smart, they would try to like get that shit shipped into a warehouse somewhere else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not out of China. You know what I mean? Like somewhere else. It's got to be somewhere else. And then they could avoid upcharging so much, and they can get rid of all this inventory and then like figure something out. I'll be honest with you, I really would like to get that piece, but I don't know, man.
you don't see that one in the aftermarket.
I don't. Yeah, I don't. No one has it. It's not on the aftermarket. Like they made a shit ton of them. I was really hoping for. I was hoping for the sale for me to be able to get it because it was like nobody really wants it, so why not? We'll see. I think I might have a line on something. I'm not sure. It might be a gamble, but we'll see. Kind of a little scared to take the plunge on that one.
God, you said gamble and you brought flashbacks back to that guy at the gas station yesterday.
Okay, whatever.
Oh, you were in
Yeah.
there, yeah. We were talking about backstage. I played some lottery tickets and the guy messed up and got pissed at me. So what the fuck?
Yeah, my
Cool
boy,
sport.
nice guy, put me onto that gamble. He was like, "Fucking do it."
Oh, yeah.
He's playing with my money.
Oh, the blue one?
Yeah, he gave me a guy that is like offering a crazy, ridiculous price to get that piece. And I messaged the guy. He hasn't messaged me back, but I'm sure there's time zone differences. So
Actually,
maybe
now
in the morning.
that you mentioned the Prime One sale, apparently, Comic Concepts, Joshua,
Mhm. They mentioned it too.
they're doing something with the sale where I think you can get. I don't know if you can go onto his site and access the sale, or you gotta request it through him.
I requested it. He posted it. I requested it through him.
So
And,
he
he gave me a number. They gave me a number.
Okay, so he's probably
So you messaged him about the piece.
So he's probably ordering it through his name, and getting the shipping discount, I guess, through the company, his
Give or
company.
take, yeah.
Probably okay. Smart. That's a smart move,
Still
and he's
Pretty
pretty
high.
fast. Still
pretty
high.
high.
Still
I mean, I buy things from him. Yeah. I'm still shopping around to see if maybe I can get a better deal. But I don't know. We'll see. My flashpoint fell through, so we're gonna.
Flashpoint, the Phoenix one.
Yeah, that one fell through, so I'll try and get one somewhere else.
Okay, probably shipping or some shit. Right? The fees.
Yeah, it's tough, man. Like it's just
Mhm.
between the tariff thing and everything else.
Yeah,
it's
it's
tough. It's tough. It's not like
it's not, and plus
it's not feasible for either party. I don't want people to lose out, and I don't want to get charged either. It's tough. You know?
And you can't fudge the numbers too much either, because they're on top of that now, pretty badly now. I hear.
No, they'll come after you.
They're coming,
I know.
and-
Just based on the conversations with you, like I don't want that to be on anybody either.
Yeah, they're cracking open the boxes now a lot more, from what I'm hearing, at the border.
So ridiculous.
Customs, whatever. Yeah, whatever it is.
Absolutely ridiculous. It's evil, bro. It's just pure evil. Pure evilness.
I don't know, man. The world.
They just want their cut. Everybody wants their cut. They didn't do anything. They didn't produce anything, but they want their goddamn cut.
I wouldn't mind jumping into a time machine and spending a month in the 90s again.
Yeah.
Because it's just everyone has to stick up their ass, and there's no love, I think, for other people. There's no love. It's just everyone, and it's not that it's people's fault. It's just the way life is programmed now. Everyone's part of the grind. focused, you know, and I get it. But there's no love. But hey, we're not gonna go there. Cheers.
But you know what? Let's be honest here, John. We live in a very cold world.
Ice cold.
Ice cold. And you know what? I'm not gonna front. I live in that world, so I am particularly ice cold as well. I think sometimes
what you're
I do have a soft spot sometimes for certain things. But when I tell you, man, like Heart of Stone, I feel very little. Like my daughter makes me feel. I feel stuff when I'm around her. When you're around the people you love,
100%.
That you still.
But that scares me.
But when I'm outside of that, I'm fucking ice cube.
That scares me so much as to when it's time to put the kids into the real world. Oh man, I don't know, man. Like my son's supposed to start school in September, and I'm struggling with it a lot.
I get you, because my daughter's gonna be 4 years old, and I do worry about that too. But you know what? Like, I'll handle it as it comes, and I'm not gonna raise her to be weak. I'm gonna be like, look, sometimes you gotta throw that punch first. As bad as that sounds, you gotta do it. Sometimes you gotta let people know not to mess with you, because you know it's not nice out here.
No,
it's not. It's not. If you tell your kids, oh, you know, go to this person, do that, blah blah blah, you know, you're only hurting them, because then they can't defend themselves. So
I had a guy knock on my door today for Bell. What was that, man? For Bell. Bell is like the telephone company here, like cell phone company, like AT&T over there, cell phone, home internet, shit like that. They try to upsell. And he rang the doorbell, and I purposely didn't answer the door. I was in no mood.
You were hiding under the couch.
But I had my shades to
the Jehovah's Witness people come.
Oh fuck. Anyway, savages, because they actually do.
Hide behind the couch, honey. Don't enter the door. Tell the kids, shut up.
But this guy pissed me off because I had my window, my bay window curtains open, and the kids go to the window. Right? Fucking damn kids, man.
Fucking blow your cover.
And it's not that. It's like, and then he comes to the window and waves at the kids. And then he says, is your mommy and daddy home? What the fuck? Like, buddy, 2025, man, you can't be saying that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Like, your mommy or daddy home. That'll get you shot.
Why? Oh, yeah. That's right.
Get the fuck off my property, and I go. And then I open the door finally. I say,
well, then you should have. Do you have a sign on your property, no soliciting?
I open the door.
Or you will be shot.
I got a dog, is what I got. She's all bark, though. She's not a biter. I opened the door, and I said to the guy, I'm not interested. And he, son of a bitch, still stood there and still tried to sell me. I had an out-of-body experience.
It's his job, man.
I shut the door.
It's his job.
Listen to me. I was in sales my entire life. From birth, I was in sales. All right. And when you have to know your customer. You have to know. This is the third time this week he knocked on the door. I didn't answer the other two times.
It's persistent.
You know what I hate is we went to a bar today, and I go to take a leak in the restroom. If I go to a restroom, and as soon as there's any resistance on the door handle, so it's occupied. I wait, I walk away, whatever. I'm in there, and someone comes and they test it out, they jiggle it, it's locked, and then they just jiggle it harder and harder, and you're just like, occupied, like, it's locked. Like,
no common sense.
Like, what do you?
If someone did that to me, and it sounds like
John
Wick taking a shit, especially when I'm taking a shit, I would like, if you keep fucking trying to open that door, I'm gonna take a piece of shit and throw it at you.
I would be like, those guys, some YouTube videos where they have like chocolate in a bottle and they spray it to make it seem like.
I don't have that on hand, John. I don't have that on hand.
Well, everyone's making it seem like I'm an ass. Okay, that's fine. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just frustrated, man.
That poor Jehovah's Witness, John just didn't want to accept the Lord and Savior.
Just leave us. It's like a Saturday, man. I just didn't want to do it. And then the other stressful thing was I finally opened the playset for the kids. And
Oh my God, did you really
oh
start?
my God,
I warned you.
I almost cried. I actually called Costco to see if I can hire someone to assemble it. Like I had a coward moment. And
I warned you.
and they like, no, only Costco in the US sells the assembly. I'm like, oh, okay, so we can build better than they can. Like, I go through the book's this thick. 120 steps.
Do you guys have like a TaskRabbit or something out there?
We have all that. I'm not gonna go. That's fine. So I opened all the boxes, laid out the pieces in the backyard, and I'm gonna just take it slow. But oh man, that instruction manual.
You left them out there?
I left them out there.
What if a squirrel comes and takes them?
No, I covered everything with plastic and protected and all that.
John's gonna come and there's gonna be birds flying off with his pieces.
I'm hoping I'm gonna wake up and it's gonna be assembled already.
Oh yeah, well keep dreaming, brother. Keep dreaming. It's not like if you wish it, they'll build it.
A neighbor got bored and they assembled it, but holy man,
No fucking way. No, absolutely no chance in hell.
No, that won't happen. I got a lot of stuff to do. Statue King is with me. If I'm with you, John, if I didn't invite you over, then I'm not interested. Pretty much. Like, I get it's his job and stuff, and I was respectful. I start losing respect when I say I'm not interested, and the dog comes running, and I'm trying to hold the door open and hold the dog back, and the kids are. If I just told you I'm not interested.
John, you know what your problem is that you answered the door the wrong way. You have to answer the door with the bat.
And the
Or a
worst part,
gun.
and
Be
the
like,
worst
yo,
part
what
is
you want?
I have a ring bell, so I should have just. Sorry, not interested. Thank you. I should have just did that.
Why don't you get a sign that says solicitors will be shot on site?
Wow. No.
And then they'll be like, oh my God, I'm so scared. Like, they won't come.
And
I have fun with, like, sometimes, like, the Jehovah's Witness used to come. And I told them, I'm so sorry. I'm Jewish. And they go, really? And I go, yes. I've converted.
Shabbat shalom.
And I go, shalom, and I close the door. I know they don't believe me, but, you know, sometimes it's fun. But, you know, what I've noticed that they do now is that they send the hot Jehovah's Witness girls to kind of, like,
Oh, wow. Not here.
They do. I'm not even lying. They send the really good looking ones. So I'm like, man, I guess I could answer the door and just say, oh,
It's a trap.
I don't want to be rude. I don't want to be rude. I should just say no, thank you. But yes, that's that. I've caught on to them. They don't send the old people no more. They send like the young whippersnappers. You know,
Get the job done.
mm-hmm. And they always send the girls. They always send the girls. Always. And I'm not gonna lie, I almost got converted one day.
Wow.
I almost got converted. I was like, you know what? I might just convert. You know, for a week or two.
How's the
moment though?
How's the weather over there? Getting better?
It's getting warm. Cold in the morning, and then like it really heats up during the midday, and then it drops down again at night. So it's kind of like it's going like this. You know, I don't like it when it's hot at night anyway. So
Oh, the worst.
I don't like the hot weather, but you know, you just learn to deal with it. If anything, it's more the bugs and shit that piss me off.
This is like the best time of the year. It's still cool. It's still, you know, it's nice. A little cooler tonight, actually. I got to jump ahead of myself with the cigar in the garage because it's kind of cold still. But I don't know, man. I don't know. We're in May, people. We're in May. We're in May. I don't know, man.
It's crazy.
We should all meet up. New York Comic Con or something. I'd like to go.
Where do you live, John?
I'm in, you could just say Toronto, Ontario, like Canada.
Okay.
So it's about an 8-hour drive, 8 to 10. My driving, probably 6. But it'd be cool to meet up there. Because we have Fan Expo here, but
I've never been to Canada ever.
really,
Nope, not once.
you're not far.
I'm not far. I've just never been.
So
I've
come
never
on.
gone.
Come on over.
No, you guys are communists.
You'll get arrested right on the spot, right, bro?
You guys are communists. I can't
Well,
go over there.
best country in the world, man.
Sure, Dan.
Land of the free,
Land of the oppressed.
the deprived.
So the oppressed and the deprived. And then they tell you it's for the good of the people, eh?
The land of the tax. Fuck.
Yeah.
Never seen
They
it.
tax you for every
They
fucking
fucking tax you when you make the money. They tax you when you spend the money. They tax you. They tax you when you're dead, man. They even tax you when you're dead.
Yeah, we're gonna have an underground railroad for statues for Canada.
Well, there goes.
You
that.
watch. We're gonna.
There goes the plan. I hear the guard dogs already coming. That was a good trip, though. That was a lucky trip. That was a very lucky trip. I don't think I'll get away with that again.
Yeah, you did you had a good run, man. I remember when you got all the pieces, you're like, okay, so we're waiting for you to unbox them. And you're like, I just don't have the energy. I can't. There's too many boxes. I just can't do it. And he was so stressed about it. He's like, we can only do one today. Only one.
I got home and my whole front yard was boxes, but I sweated there a little bit because I was like, I get to the border, and the woman's like, and like the things I do in my life, I don't understand. It's a Dodge Grand Caravan. I'm by myself. The windows are tinted. You can't see anything in the bag. It's like the perfect person to pull and just get the dogs, get everything. Because you open my back door, it's boxes from everywhere. The whole thing is boxes. You couldn't fit one out. You couldn't fit anything else in there. And then she said to me, "What are these boxes?" First, she says, "Can you open your back window?" I'm like, "I can't, no, because they're not. The windows don't open them." So I had to open the door. It's like, "So what are you bringing in?" I'm like, "They're boxes. They're all boxes." I'm like, I bought a collection from a friend who was selling. And she starts asking the value, and I told her the amount. And she says, I said that's what he was selling it for. And then when she asked me, "But what's the retail amount?" Oh my! I'm fucked right here. And then no, I was lucky enough. It must have been the good looks. I gave her a little smile and
showed her some leg.
That's it. I'm like, I don't know what the value is. It's.
I would be so terrible at that job because I'd be like, "What are you bringing in, man?" If they say statues, I go,
keep it moving.
You paid $3 for it. I was like, collect responsibly.
That's it.
Is that the lot?
Get more statues in. I would get more statues into Canada. I was like, no. We're gonna get some more in here. That's exactly what I would do.
No, you need to spend your time catching the real criminals.
When you do like those kind of jobs, like, and like someone has the same hobby as you and they're bringing that stuff in, I'm going to be so much more lenient with them than I would be with like some person bringing like 50 pounds of gold. I'd be like, "Oh, what is this? Yeah. I paid $5 for it." No, you didn't. Stop lying. Like,
I don't think I'd have the heart to do that again. Like, I don't think the blood pressure can handle it. It was just too much.
You want the rush, John?
No. Streaming YouTube gives me enough of a rush.
You won't go to jail. They might fine you, right? That's it.
That's from Joe, right?
A little slap on the wrist,
Oh, yeah.
You know? It can't be worse than when you actually order from Sideshow and they hit you with all that taxes.
Pretty much.
So you might as well give it a fucking try. I would.
What's the percent that they would take?
30, I think.
Holy.
Risk it for the biscuit, baby. That's exactly what I was like. Going over the border today, baby. I'll be back in a couple hours.
That J&D Catwoman is $3,000, man. It's not. It's collecting here is it's tough.
So are they that's after everything?
It's $2,500 based on the US dollar.
Including the shipping?
Huh?
Or are you including the shipping?
Yeah.
Or is that with
2,600 Shipping's only $263. Shipping's really good on that one. They kept their word with the low shipping. But after conversion and everything, what the fuzz? Your Canadian dollar sucks right now. I feel like I'm in Australia. They're even worse, bro. They're even those guys wanted, bro. I am having flashbacks. My heart's palpating here. Whatever the.
You're getting high up. You're getting high up your cigar. You
$9,000 for the $9,000 Canadian for the. I'm lost for words. For the what's that? Fucking two chicks on a Stellar Blade. $9,000.
Oh yeah.
You are smoking crack. No offense if you're paying that kind of money.
Let me tell you something. The horny boys, they got money, bro.
Bro.
All right? The horny boys, they got the money for that kind of stuff.
3 days after the thing went up?
Those pieces. Don't put a black light near those pieces. Let's just put it that way.
I'm not spending it on chicks. I'm spending it on these pieces.
And then one needed a butt implant. So, they were like, you want a bigger butt? Oh, we got you, brother. We got you. We were waiting for you guys to complain so we could add more silicone to that butt.
I do want to see their Danny DeVito penguin, though. That's going to be a nice piece, man.
I told you, it's going to be
the staircase. I think so.
It's going to be staircase, mayor penguin kind of thing. Like, I think that's what they're going for. In my mind, that makes the most sense. Or like a podium, but I feel like that would cover up his body. I think doing a staircase is the best for him.
I think so.
If I was gonna design it, that's what I would.
But I want a 2-pack option where he's in his
like
pajama.
Jammies?
Yes.
Jammies.
I might pull the trigger on this. I don't want to. The problem with J&D is you have to pre-order.
But I think you should see how you like Catwoman. See if you like it. See if it's like up your alley.
It's going to be up my alley. I don't think.
I mean, you're paying the money.
I don't think she's going to be $3,000. I don't think I'm going to see $3,000 worth of statue there.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, you feel it. See if you like it. If not, move on.
Like I'm thinking, what can this be? I think she's going to be. I'm like, even if they nail likeness, if they nail everything, $3,000 is $3,000.
$3,000 is max for me. If I spend any kind of money on any piece, $3,000 is the limit. Like, I will not go over that. That has to include shipping, and I've gotten close to that number. And I'll be honest, it doesn't feel good.
I think I'd pay. I wouldn't mind paying a little bit. I wouldn't mind paying that amount on some of the older Prime 1 Berserk pieces, to be frank.
I feel like the only problem with that is that I know that they're going to re-release like all the God Hand. They are. It's just inevitable. The only thing that'll save you is when those get released is people saying, I want the new shiny thing.
Yeah.
That they'll lower the price on those pieces.
Yeah, but I'm not in the mood to spend money.
See, I am the exact opposite. I want my piece, and then I don't want to spend the money, but then I go, why not,
And I hope that's not something that, I know that becomes very difficult with YouTube. It's like, you sit and talk about the pieces, but you don't buy. That's a big thing I hear a lot of people talking about. Like, you got to be spending the money to be enjoying the hobby.
I don't think so.
I think you spend money carelessly, it comes back and catches you in the ass. I don't want to be the type of person that goes and sells my whole collection because I overspent or something. You know what I mean? Like, I want to enjoy the pieces and get them when I can. It just makes the whole experience better. Everyone's at different stages of their life too. I hate the comparison of people too. Whatever.
I'll say one
Stanley,
thing.
what are you talking about? Stanley. Don't put my name. Don't type my name up if you don't got nothing to say. All right.
No.
You address me directly, okay?
Didn't Prime 1 do a DeVito penguin a few years ago?
They did a head sculpt that was similar to DeVito with that penguin.
That was
talking
Dark
about
Yeah.
No, the regular Prime 1 penguin. Prime 1 penguin has a DeVito sculpt.
Oh, I don't even count that. But he's right. Yeah. Okay.
I counted because it was pretty close.
It was. Yeah.
It's pretty close. It mimicked like where it came from.
I was still want that penguin too, but that's a tough one to find.
You
I
like,
mean, they,
That was a
I've seen them
solid.
pop up.
That was
but
a
they're
solid.
expensive.
That was a solid penguin. That one.
you think that one's better or the sideshow penguin?
I think the prime one. Was
I like the
better.
prime one just for.
I like the 1/4 though. They're different pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
I saw the sideshow one in person, at a collector's house. It's a beautiful piece, man. And if you could play with lighting with that piece, spotlights, and the way you could get the light to illuminate the water effect, the resin. Oh man, yeah. They did do well there.
I told you.
Where's the second bottle?
No second bottle. I got to work tomorrow.
Really?
I'm probably already gonna go to work hungover as fuck. So
Have patience, though, Mr. Popo. People, I know it's a pain in the ass. Selling is such a pain. So many time wasters.
I'll be honest with you. I've been selling a lot of stuff on eBay, and I'm taking an absolute bath.
What's going on, Yelena?
But you know what? I want it gone. I want, like, I grab a couple of pieces at a time, and it's mostly Hot Toys I'm getting rid of. I'm just gonna stick to mostly statues. I'll have a Hot Toy here and there, and my Clone Troopers.
Actually, that's what I wanted to ask you. Are you focusing now the Star Wars specifically Hot Toys, or would you still do statues? Because Blitzway, man,
Only statues. Only statues. I might. I'm contemplating. I sold pretty much almost all of my Star Wars figures. All of them have been sold.
Congratulations.
Did I fucking get raped? Absolutely. For certain pieces, yeah. I took a fucking shower on them. That's how bad it's been. But you know what? It's like, what am I gonna do? Hold on to it? It's not gonna gain any more value.
No.
Like, just push it out, forget about it, and move on. And that's what I'm doing. If I make $100, I'll be like, I made $100.
And I wish Hot Toys were like that, where they appreciated like a fine wine over.
They used to. There was a point in time where I had pieces that were like very sought after, and they were worth money. And I loved them, so I never sold them.
Precisely.
And now it's like I just don't care anymore. I kind of been on like the same kick as you, where it's like, what does it matter if I hold on to this piece? They're just gonna do a 2.0, and then my piece is irrelevant. My piece will just be done.
Yeah.
No, I get it, Stanley. Be patient. Like, I try to, but you know what? I also want that money because that money has been funding my other statues that I've been getting in. And obviously, like, I would love to sell to like just regular people, like our group, within our group. I sold Bill most of my Star Wars stuff. He wanted it. I gave him great deals. Like, I said, hey, like, every time he bought something, I would throw a couple of figures. I would throw like 1 or 2 figures in. I'd be like, take them, because I'd be getting so washed out on some of these. I would cover the shipping, and I would give him like a figure or two. I'd be like, just take them. And he's been awesome. So he has most of my collection now. I got rid of a whole bunch of stuff. I think the only Star Wars figure I have right now is Starkiller, because I actually kind of like that one. And my my Rogue One Vader, I have him in the meditation chamber from Jazz Inc., which was a terrible buy. I should have never bought that.
Do you have like a plan for your collection, or you're just kind of buying what you like?
I have a plan. It's kind of like, I'm gonna say mostly statues. I'm not gonna do more Hot Toys. The next thing that's going up for sale are all the Predator Hot Toys are pretty much going for sale. I'm gonna keep one, and I'm gonna keep the like the concept Samurai Predator. I'm gonna keep that one. The original release. I'm gonna keep that. I really enjoy that piece. But all the other ones are gonna go, and whatever happens. If I sell them for good money, great. If I don't, I'm so beyond caring at this point about it. I'm just done. I'm even letting some statues go. I let X-23 go to Buck, and I might sell Hulk versus Wolverine. Maybe I might sell Elektra. I'm kind of like, she was just, I like her, but I might just sell her. Like, she's not like a key character that I would really want. I liked her because she paired really nice with my Daredevil.
Which
And-
Electra?
The original.
Mm-hmm.
The original one. I don't have the exclusive. I don't have the one with the samurai swords. I only have the size because I didn't feel the need to get the samurai swords. I felt like she's mostly known for having the size. So I'm like, I really want to like track that one down, and I got that one for a good deal. So I was like, doesn't matter to me. Well, yeah, I'll be honest with you.
Make room where you can.
Sometimes learning to let go will. You've done it before. You've sold a whole bunch of your Star Wars stuff.
And it was the hardest thing I've done. For me,
True, but you know what? Like,
so the Hot Toys were fine. The Hot Toys were like selling candy. I was fine selling those, but the statues,
statues are harder.
there were some I let go where I'd be like, I had more difficulty selling the Enter Bay stuff than Hot Toys. But Terminator.
I mean, the Terminator stuff was rare, and then it kind of got a little blown out of the water. You know, like it was coming. The 2.0s,
the Prime. I saw Prime 1. I'm like, oh, I want to jump on these. So I made myself that kind of alleviated the hurt.
My brother had he had the Enter Bay, and then he had a couple of Hot Toys. He enjoyed it more than me. I like Terminator, but not enough to collect it.
Oh, I need Terminator.
But he had a whole bunch of them.
I love that.
For Christmas, we used to buy each other Hot Toys. That's what we used to do.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
So I would buy him a Hot Toy that I thought he would like, and I ended up buying him, I think it was the Enter Bay Michael Jackson, the Beat It.
Hot Toy.
No, Thriller. No, I don't know if it was Hot Toys. Was it Enter Bay?
No, Hot Toy.
It was Hot Toys? Okay.
Red box?
I know there was... Huh?
Red box with a 2-pack.
I think so. I can't remember.
It was Hot Toy. I had that too. I let that go.
Hot Toys? Okay. Because I sold it. I got that one for him, and because he really likes Michael Jackson. I like Michael Jackson, but I would never have like a figure of him. But I ended up getting that for him. And then like I started to realize like, why am I buying him these figures? Because he just ends up selling them. I'm like, what am I doing? Like I'm over here getting thoughtful gifts, and this motherfucker is like selling them after like a year or two. I'm like, fuck you. I'm like, you know what? I learned my lesson. I was like, I'm not buying any more of this shit.
Joseph, what do you mostly collect? Coming from statue.
You know what? It's kind of funny. John's gonna release my room tour
next week.
Yeah. Most of my statues are actually Spider-Man related, but none of them are displayed in my room at the moment. So right now, what I have displayed is mostly Lord of the Rings and like Jurassic Park, I guess. And I have the Prime 1 Predator, Jungle Hunter.
Ooh.
Yeah, but a little bit of everything. I feel like
that Jungle Hunter's dangerous, man.
I would never planned on buying it, and I found it on eBay for a good deal. And
don't sleep on eBay, man. eBay got them prices sometimes. People
every now and then.
I'm sure whoever bought my figures is walking away with a smile on their face.
I'm very interested when I really hope when PCS, because they've been teasing that they're going to do an Alien Predator line. I really want to see a side-by-side comparison with the Prime 1 pieces.
Oh boy.
Just like looking at this Predator, he has a bunch of metal on him, and it looks like metal, and I want to see PCS do that same thing. I feel like that's kind of been a hurdle that they need to get over.
I want to see them bring that creativity to it, because I think that's where PCS excels, is that creative eye, like their life fine art bus. That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
those are really
What
cool.
they did with those. They had put the post in the PCS group. What do you want to see? And I literally just put in there, just be yourself, be creative. Just don't copy what Prime One did. Be original. Be original. Don't go head to head with Prime One because
You're gonna lose if you just try and go ahead.
hey, they have potential. They get the
I
right.
think that I will say this: they have the Alien license. Their high concept busts that they like to do, I think, could really work with Alien
Yeah.
because there's so many variations of the species that, like, you could do one big head, and like the rest of the head could be the hive, and then like you could kind of have like the queen laying eggs, and like you could have her Praetorian guards. You could even have like a dog alien there. You could have like
Throw like the
even some
Nostromo flying or something.
Yeah, you could have the Nostromo be like the bottom part of the base where it's like, like there's so much you could do.
That Prime One wouldn't go that route, so they can take
No,
advantage.
Prime One, yeah, that's not their style.
That's not their thing.
So,
that's not their thing. So that's why I was saying.
I mean, yeah, no, 100%. They could definitely pull it off. But it's like your paint job has to be on point. It's got to look like wet. It's got to look like they're drooling. You got like there's so much detail that you would have to execute that it also makes me worry, like, can they do that? I've never seen them do something like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, that would be cool for alien collectors. I know a ton of guys that would probably jump all over that, and it would probably sell. It would probably be the best selling bust that they do, I think. Just like if they did a Predator bust, and like let's say like they had the whole team from the original movie, and it's like the head of like the alien, like you have the biomask and the dreads, and like you can get the whole team and like the people hanging, and there's so much stuff you could do with that. And I'm not a fan of those pieces. I'm gonna tell you that right now. But like for people that really love those movies, hey, that could be a one and done, and they can make their money like that. But
I think they could. I want to see them do a life-size face hugger, a life-size alien egg, like the old school sideshow.
Yeah.
I don't know. The egg is so gross though.
Oh,
They could have like the face hugger jumping out of the egg.
they could do an open egg, close egg. Yeah. There's potential there. There's a lot of areas they can go where Prime didn't or isn't willing to go, and they can be successful. If I was them, that's what I'd focus on, is that a license, because there's a lot of meat and potatoes there. What's going on, Marlon? Good to see you, man. That OG concept Samurai Predator is the coolest hot toy design.
I bought that. I pre-ordered that. I love the design of it. And then they re-released these motherfuckers. But whatever.
Everything. That was supposed to be like
fuck those motherfuckers. They released it in red.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys. Fuck you, Hot Toys.
They literally do everything. If there's money on the table, they're taking it. That's for sure.
Bastards, bro. That was a concept too. It wasn't even like in the movies or anything. It was a fucking concept. And you release a variant like what, 10, 12 years later? Fuck you guys, bro. And it came in the most, John, when I tell you that piece came in the most beautiful box that I've ever seen.
Really?
For a hot toy. It comes in like a square box.
Yeah.
It looks like a hat is in there. Like some beautiful like artisan type hat. And like you open the top and like you lift everything out, and it's like it's a fucking like it's an experience opening that hot toy. I don't know if the new one's gonna be like that, but the old one,
you would hope so.
Beautiful. Absolutely one of the most beautiful boxes I've ever gotten from Hot Toys.
You know
I've had a couple of good ones. I had a couple of the original DXs, like Bethman Luke, beautiful box.
Oh, GX7?
Yes.
With the weather vane?
Yes. I sold that to Bill.
I sold that too.
I'm selling it to Bill.
Oh,
I still think that's the best Bethman Luke.
That's the best.
They still haven't topped it.
The weather vane. I let that go too, that one. And they
it's a beautiful piece. I've never displayed the weather vane. So the weather vane has been in that box since brand new. My brother bought me that piece for Christmas. and I've never displayed the weather vane. But since
Uh,
he sells all the Hot Toys that I buy him, I'm gonna sell all the Hot Toys he buys me.
I'd like to get that back for the kiddos room. The weather vane. Oh, I kept my DX07.
Yeah, they give you the hands chopped off. It's and they give you 2 figures. What the fuck do they give you 2 figures?
I think I sold that for $1,000 though.
Oh, I sold it for much less than that.
Canadian.
I am selling it for much less than that. But Bill's my boy, so I don't mind.
Fuck, man. I remember that one. That was a good one. I kept that baby. Never saw the light. Never displayed either body. It was pristine. The plastic was still on the legs.
Is there anything that would get you guys fully back into Hot Toys?
Yeah.
Like any sort of line that would...
I collect their clone troopers. That's like my thing now. Like I realize that that's what I want to focus on. I love their Hot Toys. I think they do amazing with the clone troopers. The body's better. I collected the original Sideshow, and then they kind of like picked up the license. It's funny. A lot of people don't realize that the original Sideshow clones were painted by Hot Toys back in the day. Like it was a collaboration. Like they painted them.
Oh, okay.
Sideshow just did the terrible bodies, but when I tell you like the amount of clones that Sideshow was producing, I was buying them every time they came out. Every time they came out, I would pre-order them.
For
me, it was the militaries line. It was called militaries or something like that. It was amazing line, beautiful line. I still have them. I never sold them. But you see the quality difference, and so now like I have like 2 Commander Foxes, and you could see the difference. But I mean that's time. What are you gonna do?
Yeah,
I don't mind that. Like those figures were produced by a different company. The bodies were different. Everything there was like a different standard. But I still love them. I think Sideshow produced a lot of clones, actually, when you really think about like the totality of all of their product, like between legendary scale busts, their premium formats.
Sideshow?
Yeah, Sideshow. They did a lot for clones. And
what's going on, Anthony?
I am thankful. I'm thankful that I can get them. So
who painted them? It was all Sideshow then?
No, Hot Toys painted their original Sideshow pieces because, like, when you get the original boxes, like they'll say, like, they'll have like kind of like a little Hot Toy logo on them. If I'm not mistaken, I have to grab an old box. I don't have one on hand, but I would show you guys. But yeah, a lot of them were painted back in the day.
What's going on?
Don't get me wrong. Sideshow is stuck in the past with their figures, but they have cool ideas. I like their ideas, but I just think their bodies need to catch up to their ideas.
Well, in regards to your question, what would get me back at the Hot Toys? Exclusivity. That's all.
He wants the time exclusive.
And it's not because I'm a flipper, but
okay. All right. Guaranteed. You guys painted them? Okay. I'm sorry. I stand corrected because I remember people saying that the Hot Toys have painted them.
Okay.
All right. That's even better.
Okay, good. I remember
you guys could produce them.
I remember going to my comic shop. And you go upstairs, Silver Snail. Shout out to them, and it was the whole fucking upstairs was the Sideshow Star Wars product, the figures. Before Hot Toys, there was Hot Toys was there, but Sideshow's the one that paved the route with those figures. But let me tell you this, to your question in regards to what would get me back at the Hot Toys. I can't drop $500-600 on a figure and pull it off the lot like a car, and it's
just
I can't. And I know it's not about the money, of course, but the collector in me, like that old school, I can't.
Yeah,
I get that,
bro. They re-released the '89 Batmobile.
That I swear to goodness. That I'm sitting.
That I did not think that was going to happen.
I swear to goodness that I don't get out of this chair to go inside. I was live on Collecting Weekly when we were doing the Hot Toy shows, and I said, I used to preach all the time about Hot Toys and the reissues, and I said, if they ever reissue my 1989 Battlefield, my baby, that will be it. When they reissued it, that was it. I sold everything. Started selling everything. That was the knife in the back. But whatever. What can you do? Because they didn't do the cockpit, the Millennium Falcon cockpit that I really wanted.
Jazz Inc. did it, and there was a lot of problems with that piece.
And then they just did reissues of vehicles. They did a Milk Magazine interview. Howard Chan did a Milk Magazine interview saying, we don't want to do vehicles because whatever. And then they just started reissuing them. Statue Kingdom said here, instead of Sideshow doing a Ghost Rider variant, I wish they would do the Old West Ghost Rider. I have the 1/5 they made many years ago, and it's my favorite in my collection. So I'm assuming the Ghost Rider on horse.
It's a he has like the kind of like the cowboy hat. It's
on horse, right?
Piece. No, not even on horse. He's not on horse.
He's on bike.
He's like, no, he's just museum style.
I'm not.
If I'm not mistaken, that's the one he's talking about.
I feel Sideshow. This I could speculate here, but they saw what happened with the XM one. How it was. It was originally well received when it was shown, but I don't think it's as well received as they wanted it to be. And
JCO was posting some Ghost Rider
today, yeah,
stuff. So we'll see if they have a teaser at some point. But I think I heard that his Ghost Rider, it's like you could get the Ghost Rider by himself, or you could get like him with the bike like next to him.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
If you want a Ghost Rider piece that's really slept on, that nobody talks about, nobody owns it, the legendary scale Ghost Rider bust. I think that is one of their best busts.
Sideshow,
and I was gonna recommend it for the archive because I think that bust is beautiful. And I was contemplating at one point like getting the bust and getting their premium format and kind of like pairing them together because I mean I really want a Denny Ketch, but I still love all the Ghost Riders. I think that I love that character. But like that legendary scale bust, beautiful. Light up. Oh, beautiful piece.
Their line, that legendary scale line was on point.
Yeah.
And it's the
clone legendary scale busts are some of my favorites. I never thought I would own them. I'll be honest with you. I have the Cody and I have the Rex. And even like the Rex has a little bit of damage, but like I couldn't find it anywhere else. Like I had to buy it. Look at that. Looks awesome, man. It looks so comic, bro. It looks so comic. I love it. I think that's their best legendary scale bust. I know I might be in the minority, but I think that's their best one.
I like the Galactus.
I like the Galactus, but this one, it just like the resin, the little. If you got the exclusive, you got the Ghost Rider kind of like little like plaque, bro. It looks so good.
And the Wolverine was badass. I have that one. He has the cigar with the cowl on the back. The Wolverine. I have the Wolverine. I'll tell you, Sideshow's customer service. I have the Wolverine and Sabretooth. My parents got that for me for Christmas one year. Companion pieces, and they're awesome because you'd have Wolverine, if I can believe, he'd be on the lower end and Sabretooth a little bit higher, and they'd look at each other. But the problem with Sabretooth is the paint started chipping randomly. You know me, I keep everything protected. And I called Sideshow.
Might have not been sanded the right way when they painted it originally.
It was a known issue with that with the paint. But I called Sideshow. It was 10 years later because I wanted to see if maybe I can how I'd go about maybe getting it repainted or whatnot. Just a few years ago, and they didn't have the swatches of stuff, the paint they used, and all that from 10 years later. But the guy gave me a little credit for the shipping on my next item. It was amazing. I was shocked. So they took care of me there. But that legendary scale line was awesome.
I think the legendary scale line is a forgotten line that most people they don't really know about. The only person I know that really has a whole bunch of them is Arch. Arch has them. He has a whole bunch of them. and like he has like the Captain America. I think he has the Thor. He has so many of them, and it was like they're not like life size busts because you know what? I'm kind of the opinion where like I have like some Guyver life size busts from ECC. I like them, but I don't like how big they are. I kind of like the legendary scale size. It's just like a right amount where it feels like it's a good size. It's easy to display. I could put other things with it that make it pop, and I just feel like nobody talks about them anymore. Like I feel like they're like forgotten. Like very few
Yeah, but
OG collectors talk about them.
But you know why? Because it's the brand new thing. And
Yeah, I know. Everybody wants the new
everybody wants
shiny thing.
yeah.
But you know, I'm telling you, like, I'm not gonna lie. I've always liked that Sideshow legendary like Ghost Rider bus, and I was very tempted to buy that and get the new variant of Ghost Rider to put them to kind of like together because I feel like they pair very well.
I had the whole
damn man. I'm like I don't want to spend the money. Like
yeah.
I'm like fuck man. Like
I had
but I do like them.
I had the whole Spidey line, the Spidey, the Venom, the Carnage, and the symbiote Spidey. I let them go too because they weren't fitting.
Sometimes it just doesn't fit in like what you're envisioned for the display. But I have a lot of like, I think
The
my
Wolverine I
favorite,
kept.
like Spidey was the symbiote one.
Symbiote was good. Symbiote was well done, man. The problem with the symbiote and the Spidey were in the same pose, so it was like you had two busts looking in the same direction.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah,
Yeah, that's the issue I had with displaying it. But even the
Venom symbiote has always been my favorite style of Spider-Man. Like I have the OG premium format, and I still think that that's one of the most dynamic Spider-Man that you can get. Like I have it next to the like over here. Like I have it next to the Carnage, and I think it pairs perfectly. I think it still looks good. That's like my symbiote display.
I like the back in black one they did, like the Iron Spidey for me with the scorpion tail and the base.
I like that one, but I feel like for that particular one, the Iron Spidey still stands out the most. I still feel like that's the strongest. The original one was still the strongest one. All the variants were nice, but I like that one the best. Because I think the arms fill out the back end of that piece, where it's like that's the area that needs to be filled. I saw that at Disney World, actually, like at Universal Studios. That was the first time I ever saw that piece.
And that's really cool going to Universal and seeing the statue. I just went a few weeks ago, and I saw a Sideshow Gladiator Hulk, and that piece looked pretty awesome.
I like that piece. I think that's the best Gladiator Hulk.
It looked really.
I know people like they swear by like the Queen Studios one where he's sitting, which is a nice piece, but like him crushing that like that.
Yeah, it looked great.
I saw it in person. I was like, I don't really want this piece, but man, that looks good.
And it's a really good Planet Hulk. It's just a really good read. I love reading.
It's a good read. It's actually a fantastic read. I could not believe how good that story was. It's a lot of people never read it. They watched like the little animated thing, but like he fights Silver Surfer. It's a great story. It's really good.
Yeah.
And then of course it goes into World War Hulk, and I remember I was in college and like I would like on my breaks I would go to what is it called? One of those books. It's not Barnes and Nobles. There was another one.
Kohl's?
No. Can't remember. There was another bookstore. But like I would sit in there, get a coffee, and I would like grab comic like omnibus, and I would read them while I was waiting for my next class.
Mm-hmm.
And
so that's why
I read the entire.
That's why when I bought my omnibuses, all the pages were wrinkled. Okay.
Hey! I paid for a coffee to read through those books. Okay, and if I wanted to stay and read it, I never was a scumbag. I actually bought another coffee, and I would keep buying coffee until I read all the chapters that I wanted to for my class, and then I would come back to it. I would write it down in my phone or wherever, and I would go back and read it the next day.
I want to do more reading. I want to start reading more.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. Those were good. I remember those were good times, man.
Yeah.
It was just fun.
I have a guy locally selling this. I don't know why, but I've kind of been on a. I don't want to spend, but if I had a nice little pocket of, I wasn't picking up some of these more pricier pieces. Go back in time. The Sideshow Creature of the Black Lagoon. This looks so good.
How much is he selling it for?
Like it was
This
like
is not a cheap piece.
well, he was selling it for $900 Canadian, which is not bad.
That's actually pretty good.
And then apparently, I think he had an accident where he dropped it. So
Shit.
I've been eyeing it for a few months, and then I just saw it.
How bad is the break?
It's enough that if I didn't buy it without the break, I'm sure I'm not buying it with the break.
Shit.
But you can see some good Sideshow pieces come up. I kind of want to go backwards and pick up, like even their life-size bus. I would go that route. I've been eyeing those. That Goblin from years ago, I always liked that piece.
I think it has to be their old school bus, like that. The new Spider-Man bus. That wasn't a big fan of.
The new ones. I don't know, man. Old Sideshow is where I'll always have a spot. That's why I was always so tough on Sideshow. And it was the same with Hot Toys because old Sideshow is where I grew up, man, with the parents going to the comic shop, and it was riddled with Sideshow. But and you're a kid, you're 15, no, early 20s. You're gonna spend this kind of money, but you would just marvel at it. The Hellboy bust. I'll never forget, and this is one piece that I want to add one day still. But I'd go to this comic shop and I'd always see it, and it was the Big Baby from Hellboy, the actual 1-to-1 Big Baby on this thing. That Sideshow did.
That's a cool gun. I like it when it's on the statue of Hellboy. They had it in the Golden Army, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
it was the Golden Army piece.
I think it was before, man. I gotta look.
You sure? I feel like it was
I'm not sure. I could be wrong.
I'm almost positive it was the Golden Army where he used the Big Baby.
They had the
Big Baby was like a grenade launcher.
Sure.
I
don't know.
I think my favorite Hellboy piece is still to this day the OG Sideshow where he's like got the fist down and he's kind of has like the gun and like he still has like the trench coat on. I still think that is my favorite Hellboy piece.
The original Sideshow one?
That's ever been made.
I have that one too. And it's still
I think that's the best one.
I don't know.
Did Blitzway make one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. You know what it is? It's like I like props. They're really cool. But like I feel like props are like an accessory to the main statue. Like if you have the statue, like it elevates it to like another level for me personally.
Yeah. See, he had they had the actual prop. I want to say it was.
I think they did sell it. If I remember correctly.
I don't want to say it was the Legacy. I don't know. I'm gonna pull it up.
It was a while ago, man.
This is so good.
It was a long time ago.
All those memories come back to you, man.
But you know what's crazy is like everybody like jumps on all these other companies, but Sideshow made some of my favorite like stuff like growing up, like watching them. I could never afford all of this stuff. You know, I had to like wait till I made like adult money.
Yeah.
And like, but for the most part, like they made so much. A lot of their stuff is still some of my favorite stuff.
I don't know. That's why I'm always hard on them. The detail was just on another level.
Yeah.
Oh well.
What's up, Mitchell?
Mitchell's in the house here. Let's see. What's going on, buddy? It's early over there, no?
Oh yeah, I'm sure it's like 5 a.m. over there.
For sure. I think so. We have the proper reference for the Big Baby and for the Samaritan, and for the Fist of Doom. I had the Fist of Doom too, and I let that go because it was like it wasn't a styrofoam, but the material was almost like I don't know what it is, but it was almost like a spray foam. That's the best thing I could compare it to. And it was starting to go a little bit just because of its age. So I passed it on to someone.
I'll
Oh, fuck.
be honest with you, John. If I had like more space, I would consider taking that Hellboy off your hands because I really think that piece is still the best Hellboy piece to get.
Maybe a trade.
For me, at
Maybe a
least.
trade.
Man, I don't know. I don't have anything to offer you that you would want, but that I would be willing to part with. But
King Leonidas.
Oliveri-
Remember King Leonidas? They did.
oh, I remember that.
I have that one.
Bro, when they released that piece, I was like, I didn't have enough money to buy it. I just didn't have the money to buy it because like when 300 was like a huge like movie, I'll be honest with you. When I left that movie, I wanted to beat somebody up. Like I literally wanted to kill someone after I was so hyped up because it was such an exciting. It was a guy movie,
First
you know.
time,
You know, like you're killing all these guys, and then like you die with honor.
You did
and, like,
loyal. There was loyal. That
you know, like
you don't get that nowadays. No.
against all odds. Like it was a great movie, and the graphic novel is really good too. Don't sleep
fucking
on it.
rat that went to rat him out. That bastard.
It was a great. It was a great movie. It was so good. And Gerard Butler,
Oh,
fantastic.
he killed it.
He did an amazing job.
Yeah.
He got in such great shape for that movie. It was amazing.
Look at this guy, Marlon. My first sideshow pieces were, I want to say he's referring to the
Oliveri.
Olivetti Punisher and Venom. Yes, Marlonoid. I still my two favorite renditions.
I
of the
like
character.
that Venom, but like if he was scaled up to be like how big he's supposed to be, I think that piece would still be competitive. But it was a great Punisher. It was a great. He did a good Punisher, and he did a great Venom too as well.
I love to meet Martin Canali, because he's in the early days. Those were all the pieces I collected. Man, we're old as shit. It feels like the other day, though. It feels like the other day.
Well, you know, collecting it goes by so fast, man. But you know what? I do like when we do like the little spotlights on these pieces because I feel like it's good because it kind of like you're keeping it alive a little bit. Because I feel like a lot of people just and I don't blame people for not knowing because they're new collectors. Like there's guys jumping in like 2 or 3 years ago. They don't know every piece that's come up. But like this makes them appreciate what came before.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes they'll buy it. And I love that. I love when I see like guys are like, yo, I bought this old sideshow. When I got the Shakti and I was like, you know, the lightsaber didn't work or whatever, but like I loved the design of the piece and I was like, man, they'll never do better than this. Like this is so good. And then I saw Bill unbox it too and his work. Thank God his worked. Mine was like all messed up, but I got it to work. I
was a Canadian guy too.
I finagled it. I made it work because like the guy like it got all burnt out like the circuit board. Yeah. But my boy Comic Galaxy, love you, brother. He helped me get that working again, and I love it. I absolutely love it. It's still a beautiful piece. My girl doesn't like it because she's like, "Who's that girl over there with
half naked?
Who's that? Who's that half naked? Who's that girl half naked over there?" That's Shakti, okay? You leave Shakti alone.
I'm happy that we came up with that idea with that archive because like I try to keep I always say like, oh, YouTube is almost like this channel is like almost like a journal where we can kind of go back and watch because when the kids grow up, whether they're going to be in the hobby or not, they're not going to have the comic shops to go to like we did and see these pieces. I know you can still go to Midtown, but we don't have that here where you could go walk in and just see a comic shop with all the old pieces and stuff. So that archive kind of, like you said, keeps it alive. And it's sideshow. I'll be honest.
I think it's a good idea.
It's all sideshow.
It's a huge catalog. I'm sorry, a lot of these companies just weren't around.
No,
they just weren't. They weren't doing it.
And you can't take that away.
You know, like so people can complain all they want that we're doing like older pieces, but you know what? Like, I'm sorry that this was the only game in town.
And I want to get into some Bowens because Bowens were
good. It was just the scale. Like it depends on like your preference for scale. They were like the original Iron Studios, in my opinion. Like they were making everything. You got the wide gambit of everything.
You do like the Seinfeld Superman?
The what?
That's
The
what- that's on the-
Seinfeld Superman.
Yeah.
the sideshow Superman.
No, the Seinfeld.
Christopher Reeves?
Seinfeld. On the
Seinfeld
episodes.
Superman? Okay.
Seinfeld,
Okay.
Bowen Superman.
Yes.
in his
They
apartment.
only made a few Bowen DC pieces. They made a Batman, a Superman.
I have that Batman.
I'm
Off
trying to remember-
Off the gargoyle, I want to say it is. With the flowing cape in the back.
Oh my god.
Foz, man.
I was never a big Seinfeld fan, but I know the DC pieces that they did make.
Yeah.
But man, I don't know.
Yeah.
It was a different time, man. You know, like it was just.
It was a different time that I don't think we'll ever see again in this hobby. The appreciation for the art.
It wasn't mainstream, John. That's what it was.
There's
It
no
just wasn't.
appreciation now. It's just
There's a lot more people in the
I
hobby
mean,
that don't appreciate.
exactly. Don't let you take a word for word. We're just chilling here. I'm speaking very like loosely. There's appreciation, of course, but like back then, it was a different cut of collecting back then.
I never saw that Abomination until you posted that video about it.
Bro, you know what? That's what it's all about, bro. Because now you get to see that piece and you go, yo, that actually looks really good. Like, I never knew about it. But that's not your fault. Like, you just never knew about it because you weren't exposed to it. And, like, who really has it in their collection? Very few, like, OG collectors that stream or, like, post videos. You're not going to see that piece.
Yeah.
It's very rare. But that's also part of the appeal.
Yeah, it was really cool seeing
it. You maybe they'll touch it back. They might touch it again, but that it depends on like what movies are being premiered and like what people are really asking for. I honestly I don't want them to release anything. I think that needs to stay in its own lane. They could touch other stuff. Like they've been doing that. They've been touching like they finally did an Archangel. Super happy about that. I pre-ordered that piece. That's a really great piece.
It's just different, man. They got a business to run now, and it's just not the same. It's this variant shit, and I get it. It's a business that needs to be run. It's not them. It's everyone. It's whatever. It's
the variant stuff. I'm on the fence with the variant. I don't mind variants when it's done like in a reasonable, like kind of like together, like a time frame. Like, hey, we're doing this piece, but like show me both and give me the option. Like that happened with Rex. I wasn't happy about that. Again, my boy Bill came to my rescue. He wanted the phase 2. I wanted the phase 1. So that worked out. Like I didn't lose out. But yeah, like I just feel like I don't mind the variant. Just do it like do it together. That's all. I think that's the best way, the best course of action for just
it's
collectors.
tough, and it's tough. I
get it.
Yeah,
like,
I can only
it's not
imagine
hard.
being a company nowadays to try to stay afloat. Right, with all this competition, I don't know, man. If I'd want to be in that position.
Yeah. You release X amount of pieces and it's a banger. People want more, and it's hard not to make a variations, just sell more of it.
Especially where we've gone in the cinematic universe of both Marvel and DC, where we're just so detached now, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how these kids are feeling about it, or the new generation are feeling about these films, but it's just those 10 years where they built that Marvel universe from Iron Man to getting to the point of Thanos was just a moneymaker for these companies.
But you know what it is, man? The writing was better than it was now. I don't feel like the writing is really where it's at. It's too much agenda. I don't blame these companies for like kind of like trying to capitalize on what's hot, what's new, Like, obviously, that's what you're gonna do. But like, I've been so removed from Marvel since they kind of like got rid of all the original characters and everything's a mantle. I don't like that.
Like, I'm not excited for Thunderbolts. I couldn't give two. I don't want to be negative, but
I personally like the only character in the Thunderbolt that I like is Bucky Barnes. He's the only one, and the only reason I like him is because of the Winter Soldier and like his whole story arc. And like, I still to this day think the Winter Soldier is the best Marvel movie they've ever created. And people can argue with me.
I still have to watch that one. As bad as that is,
You did not watch John. Oh my god, bro!
Oh fuck,
John, you have to watch.
Did I say that live? Can we go back?
I cannot believe you said that live.
Luso, what's going on?
You better watch that like ASAP, brother, ASAP.
I was never into the Cap too much. I don't like Cap too much.
I love Cap.
I like the Iron Man.
As much as I hate like how liberal he is, I fucking love Captain America. Like the actor's personal fucking agenda. I don't really like it, but like him playing Steve Rogers and Cap, A plus. And then like Scarlett Johansson playing Black Widow and like Anthony Mackie playing Falcon. Like
the casting was.
I have such a problem with Falcon being Captain America that it just didn't need to happen. Falcon was a good character on his own. He didn't need to like Captain America's sloppy seconds. I'm sorry. I think Captain Falcon is terrible. I don't care what anybody says. It's all like pushing their agenda and like everything is a mantle. No.
You know, I was cool with it, but I just wish he would have taken the super soldier serum.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
yeah, but then he wouldn't
become. Now you're just a regular. You're still just a regular guy.
When Cap, I know what happened in the comics, but I like my Thor. Thor. When Cap picked up the Mjolnir,
I didn't mind that. I did not mind that. I felt like he was worthy. And then he was worthy, and I get why he was worthy.
He's not worthy.
Like that is perfectly fine with me.
What's up, Mark?
What's going on, brother?
Hey, Mark's in the house. What's going on, Mark? Good to see you. We're just hanging out. You didn't know. Lounge is just shooting the shit.
We're just chilling, man. We're just chilling. We're talking shit.
This isn't the professional, But even Black Panther, like Chadwick Boseman, unfortunately, that happened to what they did to. They massacred that afterwards. Massacred with the fucking Namor. That was a joke.
Namor.
That was a joke.
Namor.
John, you're gonna have to stop, man. You need a couple of these before you start like
I cracked open another.
Ending out these fucking jokes, man.
The cigar's almost done, but the beer's gonna crack another one because I gotta chill a little. We're going down nostalgia valley. I don't know, man. I think we're just getting old and cranky. That's it.
I think we're spoiled.
We were really spoiled.
Listen, I'm grateful for what I had. I had many good years. I had many good years of good movies where I was excited to go to the movies. I might not be excited now as I was before, but like, I'm not gonna say like, oh, my time is better than the current time because everybody's perception of everything is different. But like, there was a time where I was excited to go to the movies. My girl jokes on me because like sometimes like I'll go like eat alone or get a drink alone or go to the movies alone or whatever. It's just because like people are working or like days don't match up or something. But like, yeah, but like I used to go to movie theaters like religiously, like every Tuesday because I would have like every other Tuesday off sometimes, and it was fantastic. And I would go see all the movies I wanted to see, and like that was like during the height of like Marvel, and like I have such good memories of that, like buying my nachos and not having to share, buying my popcorn, not having to share it
at an affordable price too.
Yes, it was different. It was a different time.
You got those nachos. That's disgusting.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Those nachos are delicious.
Cheese, God knows how long that cheese has been sitting in there.
Who gives a fuck, John? All right? Like, They could have heated that cheese up 3 weeks ago.
The
It
best
still
was
tasted good to me.
the best was. Well, yeah, you didn't have. Now you go to the movies. You're like fucking. It feels like you're at the border smuggling damn candy and this and that, so you don't have to pay. Afraid they're gonna ask you to open your bags and God, man, it's.
A couple months ago, my fiance and I went to the movie theater, but I was like, let's stop at the liquor store. I bought like a bunch of nips, and I was like, we got to put them in your purse. She had like this little purse, and I was like, let's put them in your purse. You know, it's cool. So we go to the movie theater.
That's not that bad though. Like people would smuggle food in.
I buy like a giant Diet Coke, and I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna add my little whiskey nips to my Diet Coke.
Wow.
You know, it'd be good.
There ain't nothing wrong with that, brother. All right.
Yeah, well, we go, and for the first time in my entire life, the lady's like, "Oh, I just need to look in your purse," and me and her, we look at each other, and we're like, "Fuck," you know, we're just. So, like, what else can we do? She opens up the bag, and it's like nips are like pouring out basically of her purse, and she just like turns away, and she's like, second theater to your left or whatever, and we're just like, "Oh my gosh."
But you know what? At that time, they were kind of like searching for cameras because everybody was doing the bootleg thing.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So they don't really care about the snacks. They were caring about like you filming in the theater. Yeah, fun fact, that's what it was.
It was
So like I kind of lived in the hood. So when I would go to the movie theaters, they had metal detectors. And everyone would joke on me. Every time I went, they're like, you go to that movie theater that has metal detectors. I was like, listen, it's close to my house. Fuck all of you guys, all right? And I feel safe, okay? Because I know that there's no guns in there, all right? And sure enough, like we would go to the movie theaters and like someone would get shot like outside the exit of the movie theaters. And they're like, well, I guess they were just waiting for the movie to be over. So
they were arguing about the ending.
listen, nobody likes sticky food.
I didn't like
right?
that bad
It
flag
causes
bastard.
people to get shot. But bro, this was my childhood, so it is what it is. Like I still have good memories of it. It was still fun. So, it's still most of everything that drives us in this whole hobby is nostalgia. Like it brings you back to a point in time in your life. Like most of my collectibles do that for me. Whether it be a show, a video game, a manga. I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but you love it when
all you have.
You love it when they do it justice. When they mess it up. The only thing I'm looking forward to in the theater to go to is Toy Story 5.
You a fucking sick fuck with
That's
this
it. Toy Story 5.
You know that movie that's not going to be good.
Especially my daughter now. She's like, she'll come downstairs. Toy Story. My heart just anything. No problem. Boom. Toy Story. We'll go through the whole.
John, you groom your kids to watch Toy Story. You know that, right?
Bro. She walks into my son's room. Is like, all Batman. Now he's doing Spider-Man. Now he's doing the Spider-Man dance. Let him watch Spider-Man.
He's going to web you up? Does he web you
up? He does. It's fun.
Are you gonna show him the 90s Spider-Man series?
I haven't shown him yet. I've been showing him that Amazing Friends with all the. It's kind of made more for kids.
Yeah.
And then we showed him. My wife was at work, and I put on the Tobey Maguire one. A little, like when the Goblin comes, still scares me a bit. So. William Dafoe did such an amazing Goblin.
First of all, he's an amazing actor. He's so creepy. I don't even think he knows how creepy he is. Can you imagine like his wife or whoever he's married to, like having to go to sleep to that every day? Oh my god.
Jesus
Christ. I'm like, get this fucking Goblin.
As long as she doesn't watch his movies, she's good.
I'm sure she's living it, brother. She's living it. All right.
He was good. I watched the John Wick with him. He was good.
Did you finish it this time?
I finished it.
Oh my god, what did you think?
It was okay.
It
was a good action movie, but it wasn't like, oh my god.
Did you watch Dredd yet? Watch Dredd.
No,
I think you'll enjoy Dredd more than you'll enjoy Dredd.
I gotta watch Dredd. I promised Matt I was gonna watch Conan. Still gotta watch Conan.
You know what? Watch Dredd before you watch Conan. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I owe you that.
I mean, Conan is a good movie, but like you're probably gonna fall asleep.
I haven't seen Conan either. Isn't that great?
I mean, I've watched them because I'm an Arnold fan, and like everybody says they're like cult classics. Like I try to watch all the cult classics.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite. It's not. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not my favorite. Is it bad? No.
I'm getting a lot of hate. I should just keep my mouth shut the rest of the night.
Hey! You know what? At least John is honest, and he says that if he's never seen a movie, he doesn't lie that he saw it.
I do have the Conan statue though, that OG statue with the war paint, which I think was I don't know if it was Sideshow. I can't remember now.
Are you okay with when companies have like the war paint like that, or like Predator statues where they have like the painting on them? Are you okay with them doing like they're not stickers, but you know what I'm saying? Like they're not hand painted. It's like they apply it on
like a decal.
Like a decal, yeah. Are you okay with those?
As long as the consistency of like how QC goes, like it's like I don't have eyes that are cross-sided because that was a big deal for a long time when they would do those paints. And I think they just got tired of that problem. So like there's a give and take always with that kind of stuff. As long as it's like done very well, I don't mind it. Like it doesn't look like a sticker that can stick it on.
Yeah.
Then I'm good. I'm good with it. As long as they kind of like mask it the right way and it's like it looks good, I could care less.
Which Prime One did with the Arkham Harley, where she's sitting on the chair. Her tattoos are decals, and I was like, oh. And I knew that because one was lifting a little bit, and I was like, put a little water, and she settles back down. But
you might need to put a little gloss on it, a little glue.
It fixed, it went back the way it is. So with a little dampness, I felt like I was back in school putting those stick-on tattoos. Nice. Buso, what's going on, brother? He says, I start yesterday the Predator movies from the first because of the Prime One Jungle Hunter statue that Tech has behind him in the cave. Bro, I watched Jungle Hunter, man. I watched the Predator movie. I love that movie.
Are y'all excited about the new one?
Marlinoid's a little behind. You haven't seen Winter Soldier? Damn, Marlinoid, we were.
He breaks my heart, Marlinoid. You don't have no idea. He breaks my heart. That's the best Marvel movie they've ever produced.
What's going on, Cypher?
Spy action thriller. Like amazing movie.
What were you saying, Joseph? You said something, or someone asked the question?
Oh, if y'all were excited about the upcoming Predator movie.
I'm excited. Because I love Predator stuff, but it's kind of like excitement. Like I have very tempered excitement for it because it's like I know why people don't like it, and I know why people are upset, and I think that they're totally okay with being upset. Like I'll never tell another person why they don't like something because they watched the original, they've read comics, they've collected product, and it's the norm. We're definitely going outside the norm with his like I'm assuming this is the main Predator design. It kind of looks very humanoid. It looks very Viking to me. Like it looks like Ragnar Lothbrok. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, look up Ragnar Lothbrok. He looks exactly like this guy. They call him Deck now. He looks exactly like that.
Someone said it looked like Whoopi Goldberg.
I mean, that could be true too. But like if you say that, you're a racist or something.
Pretty much.
Whatever. Okay, fine. It looks like Whoopi Goldberg. I don't mind being racist.
I don't think it's racist.
It's not racist. Well, yeah, they bro.
What's the guy's name that you said?
Everything is fucking racist now. Come on, bro. Come on.
What's the guy's name that you said? What's the actor's name?
Ragnar Lothbrok. It's a character from a show called The Vikings in the History Channel.
Okay.
And it was a great show. But yes, I do have a problem with the skull design of the Predator. if they say, hey, as they're young and they grow older, like the head starts to kind of like go get enlarged, and they kind of like have like a receding hairline or whatever it is, I can understand that. That makes sense to me, but it has to be told. It has to be like elaborated to me. It has to tell like you better tell me that's what's going on, because if that's not the case, it feels like they're just trying to make their own twist on a franchise that doesn't need it. And that's just me.
Marlon Hoyt said, "I'm not late, John. I just had to go for a night run after hearing you didn't see it, so he went for the run."
I mean, he's not wrong, bro, but come on. You better like listen, you fucking put your kids, you sit your kids down, you give them fucking string cheese, and you watch Winter Soldier tomorrow
Oh
morning,
my
right?
god, string cheese strings! I can't believe it.
Right?
It's bringing me back here.
All right. So you get some mozzarella cheese and you fucking peel it for them, and you watch Winter Soldier.
Dunkaroos.
But yeah, the Viking show was really good. It got a little crazy towards the end. But like Ragnar Lothbrok, if you look up Ragnar Lothbrok from the Vikings, he looks exactly like that. It's so crazy how close they look. I just need an explanation. That's all I need.
What's going on, Freddie?
And it feels kind of like they just want to do their own thing.
Let's see. Well, he might not even be. Well, he'll be the main.
I did watch
but...
Mitchell. I did watch The Last Kingdom. Most of it. I started losing interest in it as they started kind of getting a little more crazy with certain things. Like I want to say, like towards the later seasons, I lost interest. But I did like The Last Kingdom. It was a good show in the beginning.
Sopranos. That's all I care about.
If you guys like The Last Kingdom, I would suggest on Netflix. I don't know if it's still on. Called Marco Polo. Amazing series. Do not sleep on it. It was a very good series. Marco Polo was amazing. They never finished it, but it was very good. Very, very good.
Did you watch the Terminator anime they did on Netflix?
Yes, I did. I did watch it. I felt like they were trying to force themselves into the universe a little bit, though.
Yeah.
And that was I liked the concept and I liked the idea, but it felt like they were trying to shoehorn their way into the universe where they wanted to be like as popular as the regular main universe with Skynet. And I wasn't too fond of that because it's like, let's not dilute the story more than what it already is, because the time travel and everything else, it was just too much. But it was beautifully animated. I will say that.
I liked it. It was cool. This was the first piece I saw in the window. The first Batman piece I saw in the window of my comic shop that I fell in love with.
Really?
Oh man, this was
really?
right dead. Oh, Slifer, we're talking back and
oh my god,
DC.
I cannot believe this is the one that got your juices going.
DC Direct. Do you know how far back we're going? What year this was, bro?
Fuck, man,
we're going way back. That just goes to show you. Museum. Look at this.
You know, it's funny. I'm gonna let me see if I can get the link, but it's I don't know if it's it might be a Bowen. I used to frequent like Midtown Comics. When I was in college, I would go to Midtown Comics and like I would love to look at the statues. I could never afford it at the time, but I would love to just go look at them. And there was a Bowen Logan statue, and it looked like, by all means, now it looks like shit compared to like the new shit that they're coming out with. But it was Bowen, it was Logan, and he was like shirtless, and he was in jeans, and he was like on like this like. Let me see if I can send it to you. But like,
what was he standing?
He was like standing on like a rock, like
I have
cliff with snow.
I have it.
That piece, I don't know what it was, but I was like, man, if I had the money, I would fucking buy this right now. Between this, yes, this would be like, this kind of like this kind of broke me, and I was like, man, if I wasn't like in college making no money and like just like scrounging enough to like make it home every night, I would have 100% had this piece in my collection because I just thought it was so fucking cool. It was like very Logan style. It was like, I don't know, something about it like I liked. And now I look back at it and I'm like, man, this doesn't look that good. But back then it looked good to me. It was a different time.
Bowen was killing. This was my Logan back in the day. Remember this one?
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Oh man,
I'd never seen that one in person. I've only seen pictures.
I'd love to go back and get all these pieces. Problem is they don't survive.
Cypher, for you, buddy. This is that's Frieza right there, buddy. I love it. I think it's amazing. It's a beautiful piece. It looks. I displayed it with all my guys, and he's amazing. He's beautiful.
He just got his custom on Cypher.
It's a great, like you gotta love Frieza, man. Frieza is like a must in. Like if you love Dragon Ball, you gotta have Frieza at any point in the story.
You brought up Dragon Ball, Joseph left. No, I'm kidding.
I don't blame him. That's fine. It's not for everybody.
I know we're hitting the 2-hour mark. It's like what, almost 2 a.m.
Oh shit! Yeah, is it?
Still got 30 people in here though. I like these hangouts.
Guys, all done. I promised you that I would finish it. I finished it.
You're gonna sleep like a baby tonight.
I just need the woman I love next to me. That's all. That'd be good. I fall asleep like a baby.
Yeah. Maybe a couple statues here and there. Are you doing anything for May the 4th? Watching a Star Wars marathon or anything?
No, I'm working. Maybe when I come home from work, I'll throw on a couple of my favorites.
Rise
you know what it is?
Rise of Skywalker, right?
Fuck out of here. Are you fucking serious? I hate that movie. I went to movie theaters and saw it. If I could describe like my heart falling out of my fucking body watching that movie,
that's okay.
I wanted to cry. That's how sad I was during that movie. I was like, what happened? What happened, man? Force Awakens was such a strong movie, and like, what happened? What did we do? What did we do?
Yeah. Anyways, but we'll see. We'll see what kind of reveals we get tomorrow.
Are you doing anything, John? Tomorrow?
Me?
May the 4th.
Yeah, probably gonna build that damn playset.
Bro, I would tell you this. It's better to build like piece by piece. Like you do a little bit.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. This thing is not. No, that's how I thought. I thought I was gonna open the box and it was gonna be like. No. I thought it was gonna be like IKEA. Here's the step. This thing is step 2. Step 2, you start, but you finish at step 21. I'm like, what the? Forget about this. Cypher saying whiskey? No whiskey tonight, man. I'm a coffee guy. I like a good strong coffee with a cigar.
I'm sorry. If I'm spelling this all wrong. I'm absolutely hammered. I finished my bottle. I'm typing all fucked up.
Now's the time to.
But thank you, A+. I appreciate you, brother. You're the fucking best. I love watching your unboxings of like these like statues that like I've always liked. You know, you did like the Nightwing and stuff. I love that stuff. So I love watching guys get stuff that they really like. It's not fake. It's just like, hey, I really like this piece and I decided like it was a great price and I got it. I love that for everybody. I really do. I know like we're not like a big swooping thing, but like if you get a statue for a great price and
Buck is.
It's good for you, man. I want more people to have the stuff they love. I really do. I wish that I would get like stuff at a better deal. But that's not really what happens to me. But
who's saying, do you have a Broly statue? I'm a huge Broly.
Me? I love Broly. I want Broly from the new movie, but I'm very particular about how I want him. I want him to have his Saiyan armor. I feel like that was like the best version of him. For me, I just like the look. If Prime 1 does it, fantastic. I've really been collecting the Prime 1 line. I feel like they just do Dragon Ball the way I like it. It's expensive, but I do love it. I do think they've nailed every piece from that release incredibly well. And I got Goku and Vegeta later. I didn't buy them initially on release, and I love them. I love the scale. I love this. I love the sub bases. I love everything about them. We did the unboxing on this channel. It was so much fun. It was I was very excited.
Marlon says shared some of the hand sculpted pieces. I can't show them now, Marlon, because right before the stream, I got logged out of everything on this computer. I just tried to open my email. I'm out. My YouTube is out. I don't know the password, so I got to reset everything tomorrow. So I'll share them on. See if I can share them on Chatter, and I'll go have a look after the stream too. But I got logged out of everything. I don't know what the hell happened here. Even StreamYard, we were a little bit late because I got logged out of that. But appreciate you sharing it, man. And you shared all those shots from the Canadian that shop. That was cool. Expensive, those damn pieces there are expensive, but that guy's a nice setup. Well, we can wrap it up. I'm hoping we can do these maybe once a week, whoever's available, twice a week.
These are fun, man. I love
fun.
these.
I
love them. I'm gonna get a bottle every night. Every night I'm gonna fucking get.
I don't know if I can do that, but
yeah,
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, I got my bottle right here.
God, I'm gonna.
Your liver's gonna give out.
I'm gonna do it every night. I'm gonna do it every night. I love it.
But we'll hang out like this. This is cool to kind of hang out. And the thing is, you catch us live. How I'm going to do these is, I mentioned it last episode. Catch us live. After it goes live, I'm going to lock it for the members. So the members will get it for 24 hours to watch it on the replay. And then we'll open it up publicly again. But yeah, these are fun. Just no what am I trying to say? No agendas, no nothing. We just turn on the cameras. We literally just, whoever's in the chat,
We just talk.
talk about whatever.
talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have fun.
I like shows like this. We got to have a little mix. But we will, today we talked about a little bit of that XM thing before we go. So I will put post up in the my group, our group, the Everyday Collector group, asking for people to put questions, but I want to incorporate it. And the thing is whether XM is going to approve it, because they got to approve the post. But I want to get their core customer base in on this questions as well. So if you guys have questions, put them in there. If you want to reach out anonymously, you could do that too. I'll give you my email. You can reach out and we'll send over the questions. Just so that everybody has a chance. If there's no questions, there's no questions. But I want to give everybody equal opportunity to get a question in. I can't guarantee they're going to be answered because I'm not the one doing the interview, but we do our part in the community. And what else was there? Chatter Monday. And we're going to show off Joseph's collection on Thursday for everyday display.
Exciting. Very exciting. I love this collection displays. Listen, John always tells you guys it doesn't matter what you have. It's just showing your passion with everybody else and sharing it. I love that stuff. It might not necessarily be my cup of tea, but I love to see what your thought process is and how you display it. And it's just, I get to see who you are, what you love. And I like that. I hope you guys keep it coming, and I hope you guys don't, please don't be shy. Every collection is welcome. It doesn't matter how many pieces you have or how long you've been in the game. It's just what you love. And I think it's a great segment, and I always look forward to it every week that John posts it. Yeah. I think we don't get enough of it, and I'm glad we're celebrating everybody.
And I appreciate you. You were the first one that kicked it off, and definitely it was a great idea, and it's been great. I love seeing a lot of collectors still like on the fence, don't really want to share. I was thinking
it's nerve-wracking. You're sharing your private collection with everyone. I get it. I totally get it.
But we're
it
here
took me a while to do it.
Our group, we're like open. Like, first of all, the idea has to be professionally done. No, grab an iPhone. It's about sharing the pieces. Nobody sits back and says, "Oh my God, look at that collection." And if they do, they sure as hell don't say it publicly because I would shut them down immediately. Celebrating the pieces, celebrating the artists who made the pieces. And I was even thinking for collectors who don't necessarily want to show off their whole collection or it's under construction or whatever, even doing maybe like a short style where someone can share it short form. And we can get it out there that way. It's just about getting.
But you know what? Even if your collection isn't ready or it's not everything you want, you're freezing your collection in time. So now you get to see exactly where you were to where you are.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
just,
I think for like 99% of us, it's always going to just be a snapshot in time because we're always either adding things or changing things no matter what, so.
Yeah, a ton of stuff comes in and a ton of stuff comes out. So.
Yeah.
With that being said, we'll wrap it up. Hope everyone has a happy May the 4th celebration tomorrow.
Yeah, guys.
And anything that shows up tomorrow, we'll talk about on Chatter. So get excited and then we'll watch some Star Wars. Maybe we'll go watch Revenge of the Sith right now. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's one of the greats, man. It's one of the greats.
I'm going to bed. I'm tired of these collectibles. No, I'm kidding. No, it's like we named the club yesterday. Eat, sleep, collect. That's pretty much what it's at right now.
Me, my bladder's about to explode. How much fucking wine I drank.
Take it easy, guys. We'll see you. Slifer's gonna
later, guys. I'm about to piss myself. That's what's about to happen.